You know what's the funny part? People are wondering why movies fail so much in the movie theaters. People are wondering why movies are not that good anymore. And let me give you those reasons why. Okay? Hollywood needs a throwback to 80s or 90s films, of course. Why can't they just make a film that's a throwback to the 80s or 90s? Seriously. First things first, the movie should be cheesy as hell, not this, modern, thing iPod shit, shit like that. First of all, if you're gonna add that, that's fine, okay? But CGI up the ass, really? Seriously, CGI up the fucking ass, and fake shit around everywhere. Seriously, CGI explosions, CGI buildings. Really, really, you can't even afford a damn building. Okay, so yeah, pretty much for me, okay, I would love for there to be a movie to the throwback to the 80s or 90s, okay? Now, mainly I'm talking about practical effects here, okay? Practical explosions, practical car crashes, practical things in the movie, not CGI, okay? Because look, back then in the 80s, look, even though that, the animatronic creature thing was fake, we still felt that it was there. Okay, we still felt that it was there. All right. Mainly for me, you know, I just don't like what's going on in the new movies. Seriously, I mean, most of the time you could get half and half. Half practical and half CGI. Fine, okay, fine, but I like animatronic things more better, than the CGI animal or CGI creature or whatever it is that you're doing, okay, or a CGI robot. See, if the robot was matronical, then yeah, practical, then yeah, I would like that, okay. But mainly when people shoot their guns, CGI bullets would come out. Seriously. Don't you know you would have this thing called a fake bullet where you zoom into it and then it's like it looks like a real bullet and you could like slow mo it and like make it look like realistic. You can do that. You have the special effects to do that. Okay, and mainly it should be like a 90s or 80s story. It should take place either in the 80s or 90s, whatever this movie is going to be about. Okay, or if it's going to be a horror movie about a creature, you should have a practical creature, not a CGI bullshit creature. Okay, seriously, because other than that, nobody wants to go to the movie theaters anymore, and you're wondering why ticket sales are failing, and you're wondering why movies are failing in general. It's because you don't have practical effects in your movies anymore, Hollywood. Seriously, it's because you don't even have practical. I remember this one guy in CD Trader talking about, oh, they can't use practical effects anymore. They can't use animatronics anymore. Bull fucking shit. If they have money to make CGI, then they have money to make animatronics. Okay, that guy's fucking retard. First of all, okay, he doesn't know. Okay, he does not know anything. See, what Hollywood could do is, spend millions, which they have, on making an animatronic creature or, this. No, but they take the easy way out, CGI. CGI, which is a piece of cake. It's a fucking piece of cake. It's a walk through the park. It's a walk through the park for Hollywood. Okay. When was the last time they ever cared about a consumer? Back when Deep Blue Sea came out. Half of that was animatronic sharks. Okay. You know, when was the last time they ever cared about a consumer? No. Everything is just CGI now. now these days. The only thing that's practical is the car, or the guns, or whatever they're using. Okay, whatever they're using. But if they um come encounter with a creature or animal, it's CGI. Okay, the only time if it's a real animal is if it's a dog or a cat. If it's anything else like a kangaroo or a reindeer or something else like that, it's CGI. Okay, it's fucking CGI. You know? And mainly, most of the time, you don't even get practical stuff. Okay? Mainly when they're in the car, you don't get a practical background. You get a CGI background of the view behind them. Let's say if the characters are talking to each other and you see the view behind them. Mostly it's CGI palm trees or CGI trees or CGI clouds or CGI cars on the side of them, you know? But I just want to throw back to the 80s or 90s, just this one movie, and we'll see what happens. It doesn't matter what the movie will be about, just as long as it's a throwback to the 80s or 90s, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much what I want out of a new movie. Okay, and then if it does good, then hey, keep on adding practical things to the movies. Keep on adding practical stuff like you used to have. What happened to that? Seriously, what happened to that? Now let me just use a quick example. Okay, this new upcoming RoboCop reboot. You know how much CGI that movie is gonna have? A lot. Even the suit for RoboCop is gonna be CGI. Okay, and mainly it's gonna be a black suit, but they're gonna probably make it gray or whatever it is that they want to make the suit. They're gonna put the silver or gray over it. Yeah, real nice, really. But other than that, we need practical effects back. I want to see a practical creature in a movie, or a practical blood splatter. Okay, not this CGI bullshit. Okay, not this garbage. Because look, mainly people don't are sick and tired of seeing CGI. Of course, that Dustin Keekler is gonna agree with me. Everybody's gonna agree with me that there should be a throwback to the 80s or 90s films. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. You know, why can't they just do it this once to try to see what happens? Because I guarantee you, if there's a practical creature in the movie, you'll have a lot more sales. Okay, you'll have a lot more sales at the box office. Okay, and pretty much I'm gonna end it off right here. This was a good rant. Peace.